Before we get into this episode, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. You can hit the notification button so you can get updated weekly on all of our latest content. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, tell us what you want to see next below. We are in studio for a 2-part episode. I had the idea interviewing each other. So this idea is I made a list of questions for Michael that I haven't asked you on air. And then you made a list, which is like, geez, overachiever. He has like a
No, but
scroll.
I don't know which way I'm going with my list.
Okay.
Because we haven't prepped at all. Normally we prep for our episodes.
Yep.
We've done 0 prep, Carson.
Which is fun.
We said we're keeping this one loose.
Throw it on the table.
Emily, we don't care if you come in the shot.
Yeah.
We're like keeping it just casual on this one. We're going to have a couple spritz societies. I'll do the Skinny Confidential one. Actually, I'll do.
I think we should do a taste test.
I'll do the lemon tea, the lemon iced tea, and the pink lemonade.
Here, listen to this. This is the Skinny Confidential.
Spritz Society.
Pink lemonade.
Award-winning spritzers brought to you by our friends over at the Toast and Ben, Boy With No Job.
So
and,
we're
love this
doing a
stuff.
little cocktail, and we have had quite the week. Before we get into the questions, it is back to school. Back to school is like, woo.
You know, we are new to the parenting game. Well, we're 5 years into it now, and we have 5 under 3 years old. Oh, no,
honey,
sorry,
we don't have
3.
5.
We have 3. No, see, it's been a long couple weeks. We have 3 under 5. So it was like boom, boom, boom. In 5 years, 3 kids.
And then we decided to keep things really intense and get our baby's tongue tie clipped yesterday in Houston. So we drove 4 hours to Houston. We got his tongue tie clipped. And if anyone knows anything about a tongue tie release, it is intense.
Oh, I thought you were going to say if anyone knows anything about the drive to Houston.
No. And then we had to drive back with a
That's
baby
intense
that
too.
just had his tongue tie released, and it was mayhem.
Listen, I want to just say one thing, and I
Yeah.
want to be, as a Texas resident now,
Okay.
Texas has some of the worst drivers I've ever encountered in the country.
I feel like everyone says that in
And,
every state when they live there.
You know, I love the state. I really do. But my God, the drivers are terrible here. And I just want to say that
Okay.
because I think people should improve. out
Take
here.
a sip so you can sit back and relax and enjoy the show. We've had a very, very long week, nervous system overload, but this will be fun because we're very casual, like a happy hour with you guys. Would you like to start or would you like me to start?
Well, I'd like to start by saying I will give you the compliment. You do look beautiful.
Really?
Yes. But I did not realize we were like, I thought you said it was casual Friday production. I look like Ren and Stimpy. I've been on Zooms all day. My eyes are bloodshot.
Let me give you a tip.
Red was not the right tone.
I would only give you this tip off air, but we're on air. When you have a pimple,
No, I know. It's right there, right
Okay.
in the center of my face.
the
too.
color that you don't wear
It
is
was red.
okay.
Yeah, but that's what I didn't realize. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't realize we were going. Yeah, it's a full. It was like red.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Look
red.
like fucking Rudolph over here. Anyways, cheers.
Cheers.
Spritz Society. This is the flavor you came up with. I like
Pink
this one.
lemonade. That's the Skinny Confidential flavor. And then we also got a lemon iced tea.
All right. No, you go first. You do. This is your idea. You go with the questions first. We're gonna make this a little bit of a 2-parter this week, guys. So tune in Thursday for the next one.
All right. Here's the first question. What's something about our marriage that the listeners would be shocked to hear?
They would be shocked to hear.
Yeah, and I did not give you these questions, so you have no idea how to answer.
What would they be shocked to hear about at this stage of the game after everything we've shared? I think they would be shocked to hear how much we fight and bicker with each other.
Really?
I think people would be like, I think if people saw us, like if they were like in our house and like in the car with us, especially yesterday driving to Houston and back, I think people would be like, holy shit, this ain't gonna last.
Well, here's the thing about our relationship. We lay it all on the table in the moment, and we are not the kind of couple that holds things and stuffs things down. I do not stuff anything down. I was reading The Untethered Soul today. I let it all out.
No, my problem with you, I've been reading The Untethered Soul. Emily, this is true. It's a great book by Michael Singer.
Okay.
He has 2 great books. Well, he might have more, but he has 2 great books that I like. And I am reading it, and I'm reading it slow because I really want to get the concepts. And I know a lot of people love the book. My favorite thing about you is I know today was the first day you picked up. You've read the first part. And now you're going to tell me about it and you're going to give me shit about it.
What I did actually today is I went into your book and I looked where you dog-eared the pages. And then I just want, because I like to see what your stream of consciousness is, like in your reaction to the book.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things in the book is you have to release the energy and you have to let it out. And so I like to let it out in the moment.
Yeah, but it doesn't say you have to let it out at someone.
Well,
that's what you do.
Sometimes you got to do it on your husband. It's better than
no, I
holding
think
it
they
in.
would be shocked to see us go at each other. But I think if there's any like relationship advice is you and I don't hold on to things.
No, we recover.
Like it's like a quick recovery. It's like we look at each other like, man, that was kind of dumb and annoying. And like, I guess that's our way.
Is Honestly, that what you say to yourself in the mirror?
I just tell myself, I'm like, this is normal. This is what every other couple does. I don't know.
You send me memes all day long of this shit.
Yeah. But no, I think people would be shocked to know how much we go at each other and fight and how turned up that can get rather quickly.
Well, we've known each other since we were 12. So yeah. Emily's not surprised and neither is Carson.
Like, I think that if a therapist got a hold of us and was there, they would call us back for a lot more sessions.
So do you want to go to a therapist?
No. I'm not.
I feel like this is therapy.
But I do think that I wouldn't recommend this form of argument to people.
It works for us. Here's the thing.
Working.
We work together. We podcast together. We live together and we raise kids together. So I was talking to our friend Mark, our mutual friend, and we were talking about this with him. He was like doing therapy on us. Mm-hmm. And he was telling me it is unique that we're working together like this.
Carson's giving me I have to put the mic down. He wants to get the I was trying to cover my pimple, Carson. Yeah. I was trying to, anyways. Yeah, well, listen, we're not the only couple to do this. There's many couples that do it. I've said a million times on the show, like couples should not work together.
Yeah. But
if it works, it's great. But I would recommend like trying another path first.
But my personality style, just if we're on the topic, the question wasn't for me, is that I say it in the moment. I give feedback in the moment. I think that's how I am in the brand too. I give immediate feedback. So I don't sit there and have all this stuff piled up and then I explode. Like I would rather just talk to the team and say it right in the moment and be like, hey, I think next time we can do it like this, or hey, this system seems to be broken, as opposed to just holding it in and letting it explode.
Your style is to fully unload on me.
Yeah.
Then feel better about your unload and leave me with all of the things you unloaded.
Who doesn't do that to their husband?
Anyways,
if you don't, you're enlightened.
No, but that's the thing. People would be shocked to see how much we go at each other, how much we fight. We have a very unique relationship. I mean, listen, every couple has a unique relationship, right? It's unique to them. But yeah, we've known each other since we were 12.
What's something loving that people would be shocked to hear? Something loving and positive.
I don't know. You know what I really don't like?
What?
I don't like when couples need to confess their love all the time on social.
I know, but you don't
because
have to.
There's always a red flag. And then they're like, oh my God, so-and-so fell apart. It's like, yeah, if you're skipping down the beach, holding hands, telling the world all the time, like there's, I feel like we don't need to do that.
What's your favorite part about me? This is not on my list.
No. Okay, my turn.
No. You have to answer that question really quick.
One of my favorite, I have a lot of favorite parts about you. Your sense of humor. I've always loved your sense of humor. Your resilience. I love that, how you are with our children, because well, there's a million things. That's a whole question in itself.
Well, now I'm over earlier's fight.
Okay, perfect. Okay, my turn. This is an interesting one. I just want to know. I just want to see this. If you could trade places with me for 1 week, let me finish. I'm asking the question again. If you could trade places with me for 1 week, what would you do differently?
That is literally the best question I've ever been asked on a show.
Give me my notes.
This is actually a really good question.
Yeah, let's go.
I think that you do 97% right. But there's 3% that I would do different.
That's pretty high. That's a lot higher.
It's pretty good.
I thought you were going to say 97% wrong.
No, I think that you're incredibly capable, which I've realized that's like why I married you, is you're capable. Like you will kill the tiger, you will skin it, and then you will cook it on the grill and you will use the fur for something else. Like you will use every part of the tiger, which is great.
Tonight's going to be good with you and me.
I would say that you're constantly in a rush. and you rush through life so fast. And I'm just worried about the projection on the children. This is being honest.
The
Like,
question is not how to criticize me. The question is, what would you do differently?
well,
if
what
you
I
were
would
me?
do differently is I would be like a sea turtle. I would be a little bit more slow and methodical. I actually think it's really sexy and hot that you're reading The Untethered Soul.
But don't you think that if I was a little slower like a turtle, I wouldn't be as killing of the tiger as you
Sure.
proclaim?
I think there's a medium.
Okay.
I think you could tone it down a bit. I think like we don't need to like drag everyone by their ponytail all the time. Like it's intense at the rush, and then there's like a panicked undertone. So what I would do differently if I was in your body is I would be a little bit more present and not be so rushed. That's not a lot of feedback.
That's all you got?
And then I would just
That's the
be
only thing you would
obsessed
do?
with my wife all day long.
The question once again is, if you were me in
I would
my
be
body
obsessed
for the
with
week,
my
what would you
wife
do?
all day long.
Okay.
And I would be less panicked.
I'm not panicked. I'm just quick moving, like a barracuda.
Okay. You don't think you're panicked? That's
No,
not self-aware.
Panicked is
I would be more self-aware.
Panicked is like I'm so worried that something's gonna go wrong. I'm not worried.
Okay.
Like, don't you think like panic is like, oh, I'm in a panic, like, oh, something's bad's happening. I'm just moving. I'm going quick.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't want to go quick.
I'm not going quick in all
I want to
things.
be thoughtful and purposeful and just be in the moment. And so that's what I would do differently. I gave you two things. I would be obsessed with my wife every second, and I would put my wife on a pedestal.
I thought you were gonna have more for me on this. All right.
No, it's not
I'll
that
just
bad.
slow down is the answer.
Slow down. You do everything. You do. I mean, you help with the children.
Feedback taken, but no.
What? Why?
Because I like to go.
You don't want to be obsessed with your wife every second?
I like to feel like I'm moving.
Okay. Well, you're moving. What is the most misunderstood thing about you by the audience?
Well, I don't know what's misunderstood about me.
I know this is a
what
brain
is
buster.
Misunderstood about me? Can I tweak it and just say about people in general with me?
Sure.
I'm a lot more reclusive than people think.
Like a lot more.
Like a lot more.
Like, no, I don't think reclusive is the right word. It's insular.
Insular's fine. Yeah, I'm very good at being alone.
Because have you told the audience?
No.
You're gifted.
No, I'm not going down that road.
Yeah,
again.
we are. He's gifted.
No.
Go look up gifted. You are. I had a whole talk with ChatGPT about it. You're gifted and you're very insular and you're cerebral. And if you don't have that time to yourself to be inward, and I love how I'm answering it, you aren't your best self.
Like it's a weird thing. We do this show together, and the intention of the show is that it goes out and reaches a lot of people, which of course we want. But the show is done in a way where it's just like you and I or another person in a room.
Yeah.
Which I'm super comfortable with. But I'm not so excited about being in front of so many people all the time. And then I think what would surprise people is I'm way less like social than people would think. Because all day long I'm meeting with people and interacting with people and doing the show and all that. But when it comes to me, I'm like fully okay. If somebody said to me, hey, Michael, you're being punished and you have to go and like stay in your house for 2 weeks by yourself, it would be like I won the grand prize.
You would not be able to be away from me for
Not
2
you.
weeks.
I'm not-
What are you talking about?
Not you and the kids. I got to be around you and the kids. But I'm
Okay.
saying like if I didn't like have to, like I'd be okay with that. I've been like that my whole life. I'm
This
good
is
being
what
alone.
you are. You like the momentum of business, but on every other aspect, you are a complete insular recluse that likes to read your books and play your video games.
There has to, like, for me, there's always got to be some kind of purpose to be out.
I don't think you would ever go out if it wasn't for me.
No, probably not.
And the way I go out is I
would go out with friends and see a few people, but I wouldn't be like out socially.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I go out, I am so intentional about how I go out. Like I will only go out with someone that I really, really genuinely like and want to go out with.
You know, like there's some people like to go out and like just kind of like the guys like to go on the golf trip or the girls do like, I don't want to do any of that. But if it's like, hey, I want to go play tennis, or if I want to go to the workout, or if there's a business thing, then yes, I want to be there. But if it's like, let's go network or let's go hang out, and I don't like to do that.
But you will go out what I just said if it's intentionally thought out with someone that you really enjoy.
Yes.
like next week we're going out 3 times and all the people we're going out with, like you're excited to go out with.
Yeah. I also, maybe people don't realize that the businesses are not my main focus in life.
Okay. What does that mean?
Like I like to be part of the brands and I like to run the companies and I like that. And no, don't worry, anybody that is with me, like nothing's happening. But I use those as a mechanism to go and satisfy the other areas of my life, which is like family and being insular, if that makes sense. Like a lot of people really attach, like especially entrepreneurs, they attach their whole identity to their work and their business. And they get super attached to the outward presentation of them as the entrepreneur or them as the celebrity or them as the star. And for me, like there's not that thought process at all. It's like all of these things are a mechanism for me to be able to live an insular life the way that I want to live.
You're a big family man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you got that from your father, but you like being around your family and books. You're very Naval-ish.
I'm getting a lot of compliments from you, but yes, I like to, not yes, Naval, but yes, I like to be, I don't know. I think people would be surprised that I think because of what we do, we get some nice things said from time to time about us, but that's really not like a motivation for me at all.
We also get some mean things said.
Well, that is the motivation. I do like to
ruffle some feathers.
Ruffle those people up a little bit. Okay. What's the one question you wish more people would ask you?
I think people don't ask me enough about my softer side. Like, I think people are so fixated on like me as an alpha female and like the dominant side of me that they don't tap into the other side. And I don't blame them for not tapping in because they don't know that because I don't show it. But when I'm home, and I think you can say this if you agree with me, it's like I'm a homemaker when I'm home. Our house is like the vibes are on, the atmosphere is on, and I'm, I try to be present for my kids and make sure that they're enjoying their day. And that takes a lot of effort, in my opinion. Like I can't show up as like this dominant, I don't know, like boss in my house. I show up very much in my female soft energy in the home.
Yeah, I think that people see what you do professionally and then they want to make that the main. That's what I was trying to say earlier. It's like that's the identity, but they forget that you're a wife and you're a mother and you're a homemaker and you do all these other things that many women do, a lot of women do. But they focus on the other stuff.
Yeah, it's very much, every time I get interviewed, it's very much like it's very alpha female, which is fine because, a lot of that is alpha female. But I think if people saw the people I spend time around and the friends that I choose to invest my energy in, like it's not, I think they would be surprised by how I spend my time when I don't show up on social media. It's very much like family, children, and with friends that I've known forever, or, people that I'm very interested in investing energy in. We're not, out on the town at Fashion Week going buck wild with a bunch of celebrities. That's just not our life. Our life is very, like, I feel like simple.
Kind of boring.
Yeah, maybe boring. Sure. I'm fine with that. It's routine. It's sweet.
I was explaining, like, I think it's like, we have a lot of family, we focus heavily on family values and taking care of ourselves, and then the business is like the sport that you get to play because those things are stable.
Yes, and I always say this, like I cannot play the sport of business if I am not completely optimizing and paying attention and watering the other side of it, which is like time to shut your nervous system down and self-regulate and take it down. I could not perform at this level if I didn't have the complete opposite end of the spectrum. And I think people don't get to see that with me. They don't get to see, how hands-on I am with my kids because they see like just go, 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 go on Instagram or the podcast.
Yeah, but that's the weird thing about social, because you'd probably actually like if you were like optimizing accounts perspective, if we showed a lot more of that, it would probably
it would go viral. Yeah.
It would do better.
But
then you got to share all that.
This is my thing. I've thought about this. People are like, well, why don't you share like, your kids and you getting ready for school or coming home or whatever it is. I don't want to share that. I don't want a phone in my kid's face all the time. I'm actually like, this is something people would be surprised. I'm actually so like sort of anti-screen. I don't want my kids to be raised on a screen, which is weird because what I do for a living is so based on my phone. I think they have all the time in the world to be on a screen. I want them to have a really pure childhood. And when I pull out that phone, I think about it before I pull it out. Like I'm not pulling out my phone, snapping and videoing all the time at all. I will pull it out and I'll be like, let's get a picture for grandma. You see how I am with my phone. My phone is in the other room at night. Like I don't want them to remember when they were little, their mom's relationship with the phone being such a big deal. So I'm not going to be putting a tripod and a camera up to film me and my kids every morning. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah, I think people get like this. That's what I was saying. They get things backwards. Like I think a more interesting, like if I was interviewing you or people like other women,
You are
like
interviewing me.
I am interviewing you. Forgot. Well, yeah, but it's a little. You know what I'm saying is that I think sometimes people they focus so much on like, oh, you're doing like, how are you? You're doing the business. They forget it's like you're doing all the things as a mother and then you get to do the business thing, but they focus so much on the headlines of the business that they forget like actually some of the harder things are at home and with the kids and in the relationship. Like to be honest, like, and I like, this is like really kind of messed up to say for people that, think business is hard, which it is, but like the business is way easier than staying in a healthy relationship, taking care of yourself and raising healthy, happy kids. Like I find the business to be input, output. It's not the same. Like in a relationship, there's a lot more gray area. Like business, it's pretty black and white, to be honest.
I think if you want to be an intentional parent, which we do want to be, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, like I joke all the time. I tell people when they ask me, well, why'd you move to Austin? I know for a fact from a business, numbers, financials, growth perspective, if I stayed in LA or if I moved to New York, the businesses would be much further ahead just because of the environment that we would be in. But that's what I'm saying is like, it's actually harder to go and say, okay, you got to put the other things first and then use the other things, the business to supplement the main thing that's most important. But a lot of people get it backwards. They put the career first and the business or the brand first, and then they let the other things kind of suffer or slip.
I mean, I think at this moment in time, the fact that we have a sanctuary for our kids that we've really tried to be intentional about is the most important thing. It makes the other things be able to function like they do. Okay. You never know which category I'm going to go to. What's something that you think I don't give you enough credit for?
I think that women, you deservedly so, get a lot of credit, as you all should, for bearing the burden of carrying the children and then birthing them and then feed all the things that women do.
And everyone wonders why we get in fights.
But I do think that myself and other very active and dedicated fathers sometimes don't get the credit that they should. Meaning when we get in a fight and you're saying you don't feel like you feel like, oh, well, I carried the kid. I'm like, well, I'm doing as much as I can to contribute, from the diapers to the pickups to the getting up to all the things I can do. And I think sometimes active dads, Carson, well, listen, I'm not saying that women shouldn't get credit, but I'm saying sometimes men that are trying to show up and be great, strong fathers don't get as much credit as they could. And I feel like I don't need credit on the validation of the businesses because I can look at my fucking P&Ls. But I do think it's nice once in a while to get some more credit for being a good father. I do.
I will give you credit for being a good father.
Not that you don't give me credit for being a good father.
The game is just not even. When you birth hold on. Baby out of your dick hole.
I got two people in the room. I did not say it's even.
You have no idea. So like, I will give you credit for being
I'm not
a good
saying
dad.
I need equal credit.
But the equalness of it is so skewed.
I didn't say equal. Did I say equal? No, see.
Okay. I will give you credit
and what you hear.
I will give you credit, but
I'm not saying I need credit. I'm saying what's the question? What do I not get? What do you not give me more credit for?
I will give you, I'm going to actually give you credit right now.
Oh, good. Perfect.
I would actually say that you do 60% and I do 40. Ooh,
good. Next question. We can just move on. We can just move on from here.
However, the pregnancy and the birth is going to drop you back down to about 20%. That's how gnarly.
Yeah, but you know what? And this is like I'm just going to speak for the men out there. Like, and I guess hopefully this is not a controversial thing to say anymore in 2025, but like men can't give birth. And so I'm not going to try to understand what it's like. I feel it looks challenging and difficult and not great like, it doesn't look comfortable.
I mean, you get a back pain and I hear about it for 6 months.
Yeah, but my body's not it's not built for childbirth. So like, what's the point in doing this?
I just think you should say, women do way more, but I contribute.
I said
to the pie.
The only thing is I said, I think more fathers that are showing up as best they can is they should get sometimes more credit for that.
Okay. On Father's Day, I will give you so much more extra credit.
Okay. Joking aside, I think it's important because there's good parents and bad parents, good moms, bad moms, good dads, bad dads. But I do think sometimes the good dads, the ones that are really showing up, are sometimes not as acknowledged as, like, mothers are always acknowledged and will continue to be. And we don't have to keep, I'm going to keep saying it. But I think sometimes the great fathers that are showing up are not always as appreciated as they could be.
Okay.
And it's not easy, right?
My dad was a great father. I'm going to acknowledge him.
He was a great father. He is a great father still.
10 out of 10.
He's a great grandfather.
He is literally the best dad ever. And he showed up like you show up. So maybe I have a high expectation.
But it's important, I think, for the women that are listening that have husbands and great fathers in life to acknowledge it, because a lot of the guys don't need to be told how good they're doing at work. I mean, it's nice, it's good, but like, I think the other thing and the other acknowledgement goes much further.
I think what's crazy when you become a parent is you don't realize when you're little how much work it is to be a parent. So then when you become a parent, you have so much more respect and understanding and empathy and compassion for your parents. And it really puts a lot in perspective, and you're able to be like, oh, that's why, my mom did this thing, or that's why my dad used to do it this way. Like, you really have an understanding.
Everybody is just hanging on by a thread. I don't care.
And I think most people are doing the best they can.
I don't care how much or how little help or resources. Like, parenting is hard in general. Every kid comes with a different set of circumstances and a different set of issues and a different personality. And the job of the parent is to, like, usher that person into being a happy, healthy adult. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy.
So I should get more acknowledgement.
Okay. We'll give you a star. And what do you need? What do you need?
I'm not going to say anything else.
I know what you need.
Never think.
I have completely transformed my hair in the last probably like 2 years. And I have done a couple of simple things every single day that have made a huge difference. So I do a lot of scalp massage and stimulation with combs, or even like a scalp massager. And I also do microneedling on my scalp line. And then I eat a lot of organ meat, as you know, and I supplement. And the supplement that I've been using forever is Nutrafol. You guys have heard me talk about this for hair thinning, shedding, or hair issues. My issue was probably the shedding, and that it was hard to grow a lot of hair. I was wearing those clip-in extensions, and now I don't have to wear them, which is amazing. I have seen a lot of improved thickness without shedding and a lot of length, which is awesome. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. You can feel great about what you're putting into your body, since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF Contents Certified, the gold standard in third-party certifications for supplements. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code SkinnyHair. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com. Spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code SkinnyHair. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code skinnyhair. I have gone very non-toxic in my home. It's very important to me. We've had lots of discussions around this. And one of the things that I think has made a huge difference is getting filtered shower heads. Okay. So this is so important because these shower heads remove chlorine and heavy metals, and they're the only lab tested and clinically trialed filtering shower head on the market. I also noticed that just for my hair health, that a filtered shower head is amazing. If you're looking to reduce hair frizziness or maintain color retention or even protect the hair's surface layer, getting a filtered shower head is key. I learned after interviewing a lot of people that chlorine is added to our water system and it's used to disinfect and kill bacteria. But it's really obviously damaging to your hair. We know this. It's damaging to the skin too. And Jolie comes in and fixes it. Jolie is a beauty wellness company that purifies the water we shower in for better skin, hair, and overall well-being. Jolie's filtered shower head is the best in class for removing chlorine and heavy metals. Their shower heads are beautiful. They're sleek. And they give you strong water pressure, which I think is important. You don't want to compromise your water pressure. They fit on all showers too, which is awesome. Jolie will give you your best skin and hair guaranteed. Head to jolieskinco.com/skinny to try it out for yourself with free shipping. And if you don't like it, you can return your Jolie for a full refund within 60 days, no questions asked. I rebrand so many things for my kids. So I'll give you an example. Electrolyte water is candy water. Amino water is cookie water. And then delicious desserts are Purely Elizabeth's granolas. They have so many good granolas. My kids feel like they're getting a treat. They absolutely love them. There is a chocolate sea salt that is delicious. They have blueberry hemp. They even have vanilla almond butter. And what I'll do is I'll put this granola in their Greek yogurt. So they feel like they're getting honey bear yogurt. That's how I rebranded that. Or I will put some milk in it and they'll have some delicious cereal. It is so good. I myself don't sleep on the original ancient grain granola. I like to put that on my Greek yogurt or my cottage cheese after a workout. I'm big on getting protein and I love a little crunch. All their granola is certified USDA organic. It's gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO, project verified. We have this on hand at the office, all the different flavors, but my kids really, really love them. So if you're a mom, check out Purely Elizabeth. Visit purelyelizabeth.com and use code SKINNY at checkout for 20% off. Purely Elizabeth. Taste the obsession.
What's the biggest misconception people have about you as an individual outside of our marriage and brand?
Do you really want my honest opinion?
No, Lauren, I want you to give me the sugar-coated filtered version.
I honestly don't know.
But what do you think a misconception is about you?
I really try to detach from what other people think about me. I really actively try to detach. So I don't know what the streets are buzzing about me. I really don't know. Maybe I want to say in high school, I feel like I played the dumb card, and you can talk more to that because you've had the experience with that. And you can I think that's something we've never talked about on the show. You can talk about that experience. But in high school and maybe even into college, I played a very sort of like a dumb blonde card. And I sort of used it to my advantage, which I could do a whole podcast on.
But you still do
that.
it sometimes.
Yeah. I think I play to being oblivious, but I'm actually paying attention and I'm razor sharp, and my brain is maybe a little ADHD, but I know what's happening. Don't you think that's it?
I think on certain things, yes.
But I'm oblivious to other things.
I think if I started to quiz you on a couple world events, we would have to probably pause and reassess the show.
No, I'm not. I can't.
But I do think, yes, you're much more perceptive than you pretend you are, and you are much more thoughtful. And I think that people would be surprised about how much you're aware of and what you're paying attention to. I mean, but I guess it's not that surprising considering the career you've had for as long as you've had it. You know what I mean?
I also am a clairvoyant, but we can get into that later.
I don't know what that means.
You know I'm a clairvoyant. You're going to say that you don't know what that means?
I want to know how you define that.
A clairvoyant is someone that can see things. I can see things. Michael, you know what I'm talking about. He's laughing. You know what I'm talking about.
I think that you
Are
can,
very
I
energetic.
think, yeah, like, I mean, I will say, I watched you call the birthday of one of our children months and months before, and it was not the predicted due date, and it happened on the exact day that you called months and months
And I
before.
flipped 2 babies in my stomach.
And this could, now people are gonna get all pissed off.
I don't care.
Actually, why do they get pissed off?
Just
It's the
tell the
truth.
truth.
So both of our babies were breech, and I was freaking out because that's what I do, and with medical stuff. And then the doctor's like, "Oh, maybe C-section." And in both cases, we did nothing, and you went into weird meditation, and both flipped. It's true, both of them. I can witness it. I was there both times.
There's other things too that I've predicted that I've seen, but well, that's another episode. But do you think? So you think the misconception about me too is that I'm oblivious? Is that what you would say?
I think that sometimes when I see people get riled up about you and they just think that, and they say things like you're out of touch, you're not paying attention, I just think that's silly because I know you and I know what you're paying attention to, and I think those people are just aren't they're not reading the tea leaves.
I think sometimes I don't translate because I think with me you need the full context.
No, you don't translate because you are not one of those people, and I mean this as a compliment. You do not just start to care about things because other people care about things. Meaning, like, if people decide that an event is important and they demand that you say it's important, you don't just do that because people do that. And it's not like either you
I don't virtue signal.
Well, that, yes, but I think that, like, and when they say things like you're not paying attention or you're out of touch, it's not that. It's just you're choosing not to participate in things that people demand you participate in, which is one of the things I like about you.
Well, I think that that's probably maybe the biggest misconception. But in high school, I did used to play dumb.
Yeah.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like all the time. And you would used to get mad at me. Remember? You used to be pissed off. You'd be like, why are you doing this?
No, I would be like, man, this girl is so dumb.
That's not what you used to do.
I'm just kidding.
Tell them what you really used to do.
No, I've known you since you were. I don't like when people try to do things like that.
Do things like what?
I don't think you need to play that. I just think you be yourself.
I was myself with a little frill.
I don't know what that means.
I was just like, it was kind of like a Paris Hilton-y act in high school.
Laris.
Yeah, they used to call me Laris. What do you hope our kids learn from watching how we work together? Don't do it. Just kidding.
Pretty simple. I hope that our children learn that you have to put in effort into anything that you do. Like I'm never going to sugarcoat to them that life should be easy for them. I think that what you put in is what you're going to get out. I hope that they learn hard work. I hope they learn resilience. I hope they learn to struggle gracefully. I hope that they learn that life doesn't owe them anything and it's not just going to be given what they want because they want it. And I hope that they see that when you make sacrifices and work hard that you can get certain results.
I think that resourcefulness we really try to instill in them. Like I will say to my kids, I made you 2 legs and 2 arms in my stomach so you could do things for yourself. I definitely don't want to raise entitled children. And it's not easy. It's not easy when you're making your own money and you want to make things easy for them and you want to make things seamless and efficient. Sometimes you have to put a little resistance in their way.
This is like, I think because our kids are young, like I see some of the feedback people write in and they sometimes push back on some of the commentary around like not either placating to children or basing your life around the children or making it easy for them. And they say, well, wait till they get older. But whether they're older or not, I think like it's important for you and I to say, play back the tape. This is good universal advice for any parent at any stage, even though our children are not older. We all know older people and older children and older siblings and people in our own lives that have been coddled or given everything or placated to and how that goes. And so I don't think you have to have children yourself to realize what can go wrong if you don't instill those values into a child, because we all know people that were spoiled or coddled or, mommy and daddy took care of everything. And so I think it's important, like, to consistently put this at the forefront, especially for ourselves and new parents, but at the same time, recognize and acknowledge that, like, no, it's never going to be easy. And there's going to be a lot of really, that's one of the hardest things about being a parent, is knowing that you could step in and you could save them or could help them or could make it easy or could give them resource, but not doing it. And I think that's going to be the hard thing that's going to continue to challenge us. I imagine as kids get older, like, those challenges are going to get harder and harder and harder, not easier. But at the end of the day, and I said this on another episode, I saw this quote by Patrick Bet-David. He said, the hardest thing about being a parent is realizing that you're raising them so that one day they don't need you. That's like for a parent, it's like
you're going to follow the kids around, I feel like.
No, I mean, that's going to be what I'm going to want to do.
Yeah.
But I think that's the challenge of being, I don't want to say a good, but an effective parent that raises a capable, resilient, independent young person. That's what I want them to understand from work. This episode is sponsored by Cotton. Let's take a quick break to talk about Cotton. As someone who's constantly refining my routine, from what I eat to what I wear to what I invest in, I've learned that the materials we surround ourselves with matter more than we would think. That's why I've made a conscious shift towards wearing more natural fabrics, especially cotton. It's timeless, it's versatile, and it's rooted in something real. Cotton literally comes from the earth, a flower that transforms into a soft, breathable, durable fabric. You can't beat that. Cotton is incredibly gentle on the skin. It is so hot out here this summer in Austin that you need something that breathes. It's hot everywhere, to be honest. So having something that breathes and cool and keeps you fresh and energetic is so important. It's obviously naturally hypoallergenic, especially as the weather warms up. I find myself reaching for it more and more these days, but it's not just about comfort. It's also about quality. Cotton lasts. That's so important. Nothing worse than having clothing that just falls apart. Cotton lasts and lasts. It holds its shape, and most importantly, it fits my lifestyle. Whether I'm heading to the office, at the gym, traveling from day to night, cotton moves with me, not against me. And when I'm investing in something, especially now as a parent, I want it to be well made and built to last. Cotton checks that box every time. It's reliable, it's elevated, and it just fits how we live. So here's my advice. Check the tag. When it's made with cotton, you're choosing something that's better for your body, better for your skin, and built to last. You'll feel the difference, and your skin will thank you. Cotton is the fabric of our lives. To learn more, visit thefabricofourlives.com. Again, that is thefabricofourlives.com.
All right, let's talk about formula. So Bobby, it's not just another formula, it's a movement. This is a really, really cool company. It's the world's first USDA organic whole milk infant formula, and it's manufactured right here in the United States. So I had the opportunity of interviewing the founder of Bobby, and that industry is just wild. You really have to do your research. Bobby is clean label certified, and it's trusted by 500,000 parents nationwide. I personally think that when you are picking a formula, it's important to look into it. This formula has had 3 years of research. It has had testing, retesting, and it's led by a mom who really, really cares. So if you're looking for a brand that's by a mom who wanted something better for her babies and yours, you got to check this out. Their ingredients meet the strictest organic standards in the world. Everyone is talking about this company too behind the scenes. Like I hear about it from everyone. I personally like that their manufacturing facility is in Ohio. You know where it's coming from. And it's really a premium recipe. If you're looking for a formula, you have to check out Bobby. They really support the whole feeding journey. They even have DHA to support brain development, which is crucial in the first year of life. And they gave you a code exclusively for our Him and Her listeners. Bobby is offering an additional 10% off on your purchase with code SKINNY. Visit hibobby.com for more details. That's HIBOBBIE.com. If anyone who is listening is looking to lose weight, let me tell you about Levity. Levity is a personalized weight loss program that combines clinically guided support with GLP-1 treatment. Every plan includes medical consultants, prescription-only medication, if eligible, and ongoing medical and lifestyle support from a licensed healthcare provider to promote long-term effective weight loss. Here is the thing with GLP-1s. I think if you're going to do it, you should really look into something that is safe, clinically guided, and has a lot of support. So with Levity, they have all of those things, and they also have a range of cost-effective options, and it's accessible online with no appointments necessary. This is designed for people who have tried dieting and exercising and need a sustainable, expert-led solution. The program combines medication with lifestyle guidance, regular check-ins, and ongoing clinical support. You should know that all treatments are prescribed by licensed professionals and delivered discreetly to your door. Levity has a range of medication options that support consistent daily doses or weekly doses for sustainable weight management delivered by licensed healthcare providers. It isn't a quick fix, it's a long-term approach to health with real ongoing support. Levity only works with accredited U.S. pharmacies to guarantee quality and safety. Get $50 off your first Levity order with code TSC50 at joinlevity.com. That's JOINLEVITY.com. joinlevity.com, code TSC50.
I am so obsessed with this brow peptide. I use it all day long. I use it in the morning. I use it to touch up my brows. I even use it at night. Why it's amazing is it's castor oil. Castor oil is what Egyptians used to use to grow their hair. And I added a peptide to it, so it's a little umph. So many of these brow growth serums on the market are melting the fat around the eyes, which is so crazy. And this one is just non-toxic. I use it while pregnant, and it just gives your brows this like glazed, youthful look, almost like a feathered brow. It's so pretty. I caught Michael using it. That's how like clean it is. A guy can use it and it lifts your face. I use this after my skincare. So in the morning, I habit stack it onto all of my skincare. So I'll do everything. I'll put my caffeinated sunscreen on, and then I'll just use the spoolie to go through my brows and brush them up. And it, like I said, it gives you like a wet lifted look. And then I also will use the little lash one. See how we have like a little lash situation at the bottom on top of my lashes before I go to bed after my skincare. You can touch up your brows with this. I sometimes even will use brow pencil. My makeup artists use it. I think this is my favorite Skinny Confidential product. I'm very, very proud of this. And it works. It grows your brows because, like I said, castor oil, Egyptians. Telling you, you got to try this. I have one in every purse. You can't go wrong. You can subscribe on our site, shopskinnyconfidential.com, and it's delivered straight to your door. If you want to upgrade your beauty routine and upgrade your eyebrows and lift your face, you got to try the Skinny Confidential's brow peptide.
I got a quick one for you.
Whoops. Hold on. My eyelash just fell off.
Oh, God.
Okay, my fake eyelashes fell off, but I just put them back on. By the way, you got to get the individual lashes, and then you got to get true eyelash glue because that's the only one that's non-toxic. All the other ones are so toxic, they have formaldehyde in them, and you're putting them on your eyes. It's a good tip. I'm just telling you, you want to get true eyelash glue and the individual lashes.
Just leave it hanging off. Then people might look at that instead of my zit. I just took one eyelash off.
Okay, go ahead.
If you could delete one habit of mine forever, what would it be?
Toxic hair products. You know what I cannot deal with? I actually internally have a dialogue with myself that is a monologue. When we've cleaned our whole house out of so many things. Our house feels so nice on the nervous system because it's just, there's no cleaning products. There's clean air. It's just nice. And then you come in with your Cheeto, what's the guy's name? The Cheeto guy. Chester the Cheeto fucking hairspray, spraying it all over my house that I've worked so hard on. I got you non-toxic hairspray. And then this is what gets me. This is where I'm like, I can't. You take your Tox hair and you lay in the bed in the same clothes that you've been wearing all day with the helmet head on the silk pillowcase. And it's honestly unbelievable. I would rather you leave the toilet seat up for the rest of your life. And I would rather fall in, because I have fallen in many times, especially pregnant, which is insane that you think to leave it up, than like stop with the hairspray, stop with the clothes from the day in the bed, and stop especially with the hairspray in the bed on the silk pillowcase that you're rubbing your hair all over the bed.
Noted.
Okay.
That's it.
What was the question again?
Oh, I'm glad you put some thought into this.
See, I get stuff out.
You know, it takes a lot to maintain this thing. So
I know, but I just got a new brand. It starts with an R.
I know. And
I throw away your hairspray sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I have secret stashes though.
I throw it away.
I've been using Jack Henry.
No, you have not. It's like
Pace
Stroganona
sounds weird.
making the thing in the bathroom how you do your hair. It's insane.
I'm in a weird phase with my hair because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it.
Okay, well,
What
let's buzz
if I
it.
buzz? Oh,
Yeah,
I've never, but I
Let's
have a
buzz
small head. I kind of think it's like not going to be a good buzz shape.
you don't want to run around saying you have a small head. That's not the vibe.
I don't care. I've got fucking.
I know, but that's just not the.
I've got 3 kids. I'm done.
You're done.
Finished. I'm not on the market. Never will be again. Don't care.
Maybe it will be. You never know.
I'm not hanging on. I don't care. I'm not. Whatever.
The Skinny
I'm with.
Confidential's X.
That would honestly, to be honest, if I was single and
Use
that was
that in your bio.
that would be like a big lure.
Okay.
That would be the thing. I wouldn't even need to really like show myself. It'd probably be
They're
like,
like, "What's your name, Michelle? Am I going to Thanksgiving with Lauren?"
that's why all you girls are nuts. Honestly, that line is like, if I just said Lauren's ex, like that would probably be the only thing I would need to say in a dating profile.
You'd need.
If I was like, hey, I've got these great accolades and I'm doing all these things, nobody would care. But I was like, hey, I'm Lauren's ex and she seems to have it together.
I told you the other day I would pay money to watch you on a date, to watch you do like a dating spree.
It'd be pretty.
It would be insane.
Not good.
Okay.
You know why? Because once you've been in a relationship, as long as I've been in one, I can't imagine having to start with the small chit chat again. Like I don't know how I would do it.
You and I never did chit chat.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, because I know that you have to go on the date and you have to get to know it, you have to talk and to do the thing.
Yeah, you have to
and
talk.
You have to go slow for a while.
I know, that's really hard. Carson, he has to talk. You'd have to talk.
No, you know what I'm talking about. Like, imagine like you've just been like this old dinosaur for forever.
I just don't think it's fair that I've gotten you to this point with.
Like you've improved me.
Yeah, I've improved you. Like I feel like it's like a muscle car. I took the muscle car, I improved it. It literally is like the car is like pristine.
That's why a lot of like divorced dads, like they end up doing pretty fine.
No, it's annoying because we put in all this effort, the starter wife, to improve the pristine car, and then you get to go drive off and someone else gets to reap the benefits of my work.
Well, what I think it is that like,
no, it's that.
It's a signal also to the market. Like if I was like going to put my business hat on, it's like a signal to the market that like at some point somebody of value like thought that this guy was valuable. So like it signals that he's like a good resource or asset, you know? It's like,
what do you mean? Because
like you've been vetted, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Somebody at some point thought that this guy was worth marrying.
Yeah, I've heard some people like behind the scenes be like, "Oh, that's blank and blank's ex-husband," and they don't even say the name of the person.
That's what I'm trying to say. It almost doesn't
They'll
matter.
be like,
what the
"Oh,
name
that's
is.
blank and blank's ex-husband."
Yeah, it does.
I don't feel like you want to be branded as that though. So I'll let you sit in that.
To be honest, listen. My dad told me this the other day. Like we were talking about something else. He's like, one reason's as good as another. You know, like,
it's all like the grass is going to be.
Like there's a story. Like there's like it's like talking about these girls about like this one guy was like, oh my god, I don't know if these girls like us. I think they're gold diggers. And the guy looks over. He's like, hey Larry, that's okay. We got the gold. It's like,
what is that? How does that relate to this conversation?
Meaning like it's okay. That's like one reason's as good as another. You get it?
Oh, why
they're gold
someone
diggers.
would like
the one
you?
guy's concerned that the girls are gold diggers. The other guy's like,
well,
that's okay.
I don't
we got
think
the
you're
gold.
gonna want to give this up because I just got a labia lunchtime lift. Carson's heard it all.
That, you know what? If I was thinking about leaving, now I'm not.
Well, last Friday, Dr. Amir got his hands on me, so you better straighten up.
I don't know what you two are doing. I hope it went well.
It went great. Okay.
Good.
What do you think I'll be like as a grandma? Hot, lifted.
Yeah, you'll be a hot grandma for sure.
Lifted.
You'll be lifted. You'll be hot. Whatever the latest and greatest is, you'll probably do.
Fun.
My forehead will be down, banging around my knees. So I'll need some help there.
Well traveled.
Yeah. I think that you'll be a cool grandma. I think you'll be a cool grandma. I think you'll be like the grandma that like the grandkids want to go. They'll be like, that's the one that you want to go hang out with. You'll probably want to take them out.
What are you going to do when you have to be with a grandma?
Well, I guess I'll be a grandpa.
Yeah.
I'll just be on like a bunch of TRT then, I think, probably.
Okay.
I'll be all jacked up.
You know who's a good grandma? Your mom.
Mm-hmm. But don't you think that like, yeah, I'll probably do we're going to do all the things.
My stepmom's a great grandma. We have 2 great grandmas.
I think with technology and robotic body parts.
Oh.
And AI.
And labia lunchtime lifts.
And lunchtime labia lifts and lunchtime penis pumps or whatever they are.
Oh, he already asked. He already texted me and he already said, when am I going to get my hands on Michael's penis? He literally texted me that today.
Nothing like another man texting your wife.
He said, I have exosomes from my placenta for Michael's penis.
I think people would be shocked to know that that's the texts that are going on between you and our doctor.
I don't think anyone's shocked.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'll be cool. I think you'll be cool, grandma. I think that
I want to be like very I want to travel in a pack. Like I want to bring the kids.
What's going to be tough for you is as we've gotten older, you want to be like super independent in our family unit, which is great. That's what we all want. And I think when our kids start to do that and start to want that for themselves, you're going to be kind of clinging on and hanging over.
Well, I'm just going to plan trips and plan. I love that about Kris Jenner. I feel like she integrates her family into her life and she integrates herself into their life. And I like that.
I'm waiting for the day I want to get like one of those old school camcorders that like pop up. I can't wait till our sons start bringing home, if they start bringing home girls to the house to date.
Well, those girls will be playing checkers. I'm playing chess.
I cannot wait to film your reaction and how you handle that. It is going to be my favorite thing to watch ever.
Why?
Because I just think it's going to be hilarious because I just know how you are. And I just want to watch how you are with these girls that date your sons that you're obsessed with.
Yeah, it will be interesting. Like, can you imagine? Miss Bosstick, I'm here for Bond.
If they say Miss Bosstick. They might just come in and be like, listen, bitch, I'm dating your kid.
It's like a dragon with fire coming out of its mouth that answers the door.
What if they come in, they're like, get your mother out of here.
No, that's not strategic.
Well, you never know what you're going to get. That's why I'm saying I'll be there with the camcorder. I will report back in, what is this, like in like 20 years, 30 years?
I don't think you and I talk about enough how well I get along with your mother, which is amazing. Because a lot of daughter-in-laws and mother-in-laws don't get along. And I get along so well.
It was a little process in the beginning. You guys had to do a little dance.
We did our dance, but then we
She's going to hear this. You guys had to get your footing.
Yeah, but we're good now.
No, you're super good.
We're like in alignment.
Listen, you were good the second you gave her grandkids. Like that was like carte blanche.
My
pass.
dad, this is a true story.
Mm-hmm.
So I am cocktail waitressing at my dad's restaurant, Yellow Coyote in Encinitas. And Michael is trying his hardest to get me to go on a date. I wasn't sold yet.
You were pretty sold, but
I wasn't sold yet. I'm just going to be honest. I'm sorry if you told yourself that I wasn't sold yet. I'm just being blunt. Transparency. And I went up to the hostess stand and my dad was up there and I said, oh my God, Michael Bosstick is here again. This is like the 3rd night he's come to the bar and you were in a leather jacket with one of your friends, Mikey. You were sitting there having a margarita and my dad looked at me and he goes, the smartest thing that you could ever do would to date Michael Bosstick.
Yeah,
my dad liked you.
Your dad's a genius,
always.
A smart guy.
But my dad was not like that with every guy.
Well, let's be honest, Lauren. Actually, you know what?
What? My picker was off.
Let's not speak ill about the past.
Well, my picker was off.
Yeah, but no.
My picker was off before you.
Your dad and I always got along, even since I was a kid. And when we weren't together, I'd always see him and be like, hey, Brad, how are you, man? We hang out.
Now you and my dad, like, I would say he's one of your best friends.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Love your dad. Hi, Brad.
He listens to every episode. Great. He's going to listen to the lunchtime labia.
Thank God you listened to your dad. And, oh yeah, I mean, now he's going to hear all about your lunchtime labia flip or whatever it is. whatever it's called.
LLL. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching part 1. The rest of this episode will be out on Thursday, so stay tuned for part 2.